Well, look at me. Look at me. I am live. About as live as I'm gonna get. Uh, we'll just have to wait and see. Do we have anybody stop by for a free cup of coffee? You got to get here quick, and this coffee goes fast. Oh, there's Motorbomb right there, and an American Outlaw. Look right there, man. It don't get no better than this. Well, I'm gonna tell you, just tip your cup right over here, and I'll fill your cup right up. There's sick. Morning, buddy. Well, I thought I would turn it on to see maybe some of the people that are truly addicted to coffee, they would have to have a fix. And we were going to be here to give them a fix. Give me the thumbs up if the audio's good and the picture is presentable. Remember, you can't do much about the picture now. I'm going to look. What you see is what you get. Manna from heaven. That's like a couple of days ago. We rode 50 miles to get a pizza. We were going to go to the Harley shop, and then the Harley shop said the parts wasn't in, so we didn't want to waste a beautiful day. So we drove 50 miles to go get pizza, and got over there. This place is absolutely a gift from God. They make the best pizza, Mojo's Pizza. I got a buddy, he's a eating connoisseur. He said, "Give yourself a treat and go to Cordova, Alabama, and get yourself a Mojo Pizza." And we went and got ourselves a Mojo Pizza. This was a big, this is a thick, large, supreme pan pizza, the kind that Pizza Hut used to make with that golden crust, butter flavored crust. And so we're used to eating 4 pieces each. When we get a pizza, we usually have 4 pieces. She brought me a plate of food in here, and that plate was absolutely packed full with 4 slices. I go, "Oh my God." I ate 2 of them. I started to pick up the third one. I said, "No, no, no. I'm gonna spread this goodness around." So I put it back. She warmed them up next day, and hello, Stan. American Outlaw. I don't know if you saw my thing I did last night. Why old Mack, how he was able to survive the Holocaust. I was my DNA had told me I would be the last man standing. But once I realized I was going to be the last man standing, I'd be on a quest to find the last can of spam in a world totally destroyed by a nuclear holocaust. And I found the last can of spam. You ain't going to believe it. I had to go all the way to Virginia, up near the Maryland line to a little tattoo parlor. I knew there was going to be a stash of spam there. And I walked all the way up to Virginia and got that 1 can of spam. Oh, that's so good. Well, hell, if you can't have a little fun, life wouldn't be worth living. I didn't touch your snatch. Oh, no, you asked me, did I snatch your spam? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh, well, I wonder how key fob is this morning. Remember last night, the little tidbits that I could watch. Um, you got a good sense of humor, Motorbomb. Uh, I wonder how key fob is doing today. He had a splitting headache. God dang, when I was struggling back with the company and I was going through 4 or 5 marriages a week, I had a lot of court dates and a lot of pressure, and I was growing in the company, and the company was putting it was during the Ronald Reagan Star War period of time, and oh my gosh, they was putting so much pressure on us, and I had headaches every day. So I went to a headache specialist. Believe it or not, they are people. If you find them in some of the larger cities, they specialize in neurology and headaches and all that stuff. So, hey, Surga, is it Surga? Is SUVO? Well, good morning to you, sir. You got a strong, wonderful name, but I'm struggling with being able to put it together. Bengay, Bagani, Bagani. Your name is special to you, and I'll appreciate it. Yeah, it's my this. You ain't gonna believe this. I bought this hat that looks just like. Let me show you here. It's it came oily, greasy, like a lot of handprints on the bill. It came out of the box that way. It's supposed to be a hat look like it's already broke in. Yeah, and it was all broke in for sure. I didn't have to worry about getting this one dirty. It came that way. That ain't dirty. It's the way the print was. They printed it looked like just a good old comfortable hat. Now, if my signal gets any what started to look like it's breaking up, let me know. Otherwise, I could turn my phone on and check. I got the phone turned on. I got it turned on because I'm expecting a call from the Harley shop. My brake parts. Well, he said they was really swamped. Yeah, yeah, that's right. My kids used to discuss me. We had a big mall up in the Seattle area, and it was closed by in time. I had a large family, and they would come back with knees tore out of their pants and their damned asses hanging out the back. I go, "What the hell are you doing?" They go, "That's the end thing." Now I almost started to bitch and moan a little bit about that, but I'm gonna tell you, we used to have a thing back during the rockin' days when rock and roll music was really big. If your pants got a hole in it, you got these iron-on patches. You ironed them on, and the more iron-on patches you had, the more in you was. I I I'm telling you, kids set some of the damnedest trends, so I couldn't knock the kids too much because old Mac was a trendsetter. 'Cause everything he had was wore out. I was gonna show it. They had beautiful weather. Yep. It's gonna be rainy tonight, though. Right now, 69 degrees, not bad at all. And hello, Connie Paul String. Good morning to my baby sister Connie in Port Richey, Florida, the land of sunshine. Sunshine in the morning, sunshine at night. She's even got a picture of sunshine on the wall so at midnight she can look up there and see it, and she still sees sunshine. She loves the sunshine. She seemed like she enjoyed the picture, the video, the song I made for her yesterday about her and her older sister going to Hawaii. That island will never be the same. Oh, did I miss somebody? I was busy ranting and raving over here. What was on, oh, well, hello. You're, certainly, welcome to come in and get yourself a free cup of coffee. Well, Motobomb and Sick, they had some coffee left over, and, so I'm sharing all this free coffee this morning, courtesy of Motobomb Virginia and Sick Bastard. That's the reason we can offer today coffee for free. Them boys are generous. I ain't kidding you. Well, no messages. I was checking to make sure I didn't get a message from the Harley shop like, "Get over here today at 9 o'clock." We're kicking up your heels in the islands and see the the little video I put together, a little musical piece. When them girls arrived on the island, the Navy, the US Navy stationed at Pearl Harbor there, they got word that they was landing, and they removed the 6th Fleet from Pearl Harbor, protect the crew, because they knew them 2 girls are gonna go through that crew. You gotta keep your men in good fighting shape, you can't have them all wore out laying on the beach. Okay. No secret messages from no private messages from the Harley shop, so I guess we'll run this show here till, well, until my which you never know. By missing oh, there's Miss Red Lady. She's a fine human being. She's gotta be almost like a goddess, I mean, just to be around that Sterling wheel, that's there's an aura around him, and anybody goes within sight in and gets inside that aura, I mean, it's a godly experience. She's a goddess. Hey, quick shoe. Yeah, I saw you the other day. I'm always when the internet will allow me, I get around quite a bit. I go to a lot of channels, but, yeah, I run across you the other day, a lot of nice people out there. I'm telling you, I'm beginning to develop a pretty good Asian, following. I've got people, that are regulars every day. I see them, and I go over on their pages, and they're bike riders over in Indonesia. And can you imagine to get on the road to go into, um, some town to go just to work, and you and a million other motorcyclists are cruising within an inch from each one. Here we worry about spacing ourselves, and we have to have road captains and all that stuff because just in a moment we could just go wild and crazy. American bikers, we could just go crazy in a moment. But over there, I'll be over a million bikers on the road. I mean, they go through roundabouts. There'll be 10,000 bikers going through, and they're like a piss ant colony. You touch a piss ant colony, and ants will be all over the place. Well, I mean, there's bikes everywhere, and they're going this way and that way, and they're going through the middle of the oh, I'm telling you, it'll give you the heartburn just to watch them. And then people do that every day. My hat's off to them, buddy. I'm telling you, if we talk about our riding challenges here, oh Lord. And I'm talking about even though they only got like 125 cc, 150 cc. Hey, good morning, Steve. They make that little 150, they make that thing move. And they're on these mountain roads, all these curves, right at the edge of the jungle. Any minute, a snake could reach down out of a tree and grab one of them, you know? Oh, it's dangerous. Ha- Stand and walk across to Malaysia from Singapore. Pedestrians aren't supposed to do. I swear, there's over 100,000 motorcycle scooters. Oh my god, that's right. They were weaving. I watched them go. I was watching one this morning. One of my subscribers, and I'm gonna tell you, you feel exhilarated when you watch them navigate through those roundabouts and driving those mountain roads. I go, oh my god. We don't know what chaos is about when it comes compared to those people because they live that life, and they'll pull into a little shop, and they'll actually tear the motor down, pull in, and they'll go in and they'll pull the piston out and do this and do it all right there in that shop. Us, we have to make an appointment 3 months later. They got to check our bank account, make sure we can afford an hour of service. And once we meet all of Harley's requirements for service, then they'll give you an appointment, 90 days down the road, and then they bring you in and get you in and get you out. But these people just look at this, staying with five people and a goat on a 125 cc Honda. Hey, Dave. My God, I'm glad to see you. Well, let me see. It's nighttime for you, buddy. Them folks upstairs gonna be hollering. They're gonna be thumping on the floor like, "Hey, hey, turn it down." Yeah, this is the old timer. The old timer is giving out free coffee today. So, yeah, you folks out there just belly up to the bar and hey, the spigot's right over there. Just stick your cup over there and serve yourself. I'm too lazy to serve anybody. Yeah, I got to do a picture. I'll create a picture of old Mack's coffee bar. Free coffee. I'm gonna tell you, it is one of the most beautiful days today. I was really looking forward of they said they wasn't gonna be, the coffee today. Everybody got things to do. And I figured the Harley shop would call me and I'd be taking that it's 44 miles ride over there. It's one of the prettiest rides from my house. It's all back roads. And, it's in the town of Anianta, Alabama, and it's way up on the hillside. Beautiful riding over there. I enjoy the trip just going over there. Oh, I'm gonna gather up enough of pictures, and I'm gonna get us all together and use, whatever pictures and anybody that's got a picture would like to be included in one of my pictures, look me up, look my email up, send me some photos of yourself, or one that you'd like to be used in a picture, and I will create a masterpiece with all the coffee crew in there, international coffee crew. We'll have the boys from Asia in here. We have the boys from down under in here. Now we'll have to probably make it all panoramic because if Rob comes in, Rod B, he's got that beard. It's so damn big. It takes up a lot of room. That beard has its own zip code. Well, Rob, I know you're a man that's, making a living with your hands, and, I watch your stuff. You everything you do is always so damn pleasant. There's no explosions in anything you do, nothing blows up or, it's it's just nice and relaxing, and, it's kinda like, watching the guy you remember Bob, the guy that did the painting? What was Bob Ray Bob? What was his name? Uh, Beautiful. He would sit down in just 30-minute TV show. He would draw a masterpiece on a canvas, paint a masterpiece. Bob Villa? Bob Villa? Bob Oh, come on. One of you guys smart out there, you figure out who he is. Um, that that's Rob. Rob's his channel is very much like, Rossi. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Bob Ross. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Sick. Um, his is kinda very much like, watching him paint. He's got just a laid back attitude, makes you feel good. Uh-oh. Well, buddy, you gotta go do what you gotta do. Well, you come back and join us anytime. Steve, weather in Connecticut not good. It's starting to rain again. Well, you had your little fling last week. I seen you boys, you was doing your riding. Oh, ain't this, yeah, this is Memorial Weekend. Oh, there are going to be bikers. And if I remember right, there's a big ride up in Connecticut you guys always do. I believe I watched you, Steve, last year, y'all. Y'all had a big turnout. I miss your video. I mean, I watch your one that you put out. Bob Ross was at the March, camp out. Oh my god. Oh, if you send it to my, email, I will get it. I'll pile the pictures together, and I've seen some of the pictures of you. You could be a statesman, Dave. I'm not kidding you. You clean up real good. Um, when you see you're out there on the road in the outback, you got bugs the size of gigantic grasshoppers in your beard, and it's hanging around your ears, and it's, up around your eyebrows, because your beard's all over your face. And, then all of a sudden I see Dave, man, he's all cleaned up, looking really slick looking, like, yeah, he could be like, a politician, running for governor. Yeah. Yeah, the better the photo, the better that they can actually reproduce really good. Now you see my 2 sisters, it took their older pictures and made them younger, and I like that, I mean, you can kind of, recapture a period of time in your life, and not that they're not all that old. I mean, they're not as old as I am, but most women always like to look a little younger, especially a beach cougar. Beach cougar. The other day, Connie, she was a mountain cougar. She was riding my Harley up in the mountains, had that hair flying, and she had that mouth wide open, catching bugs with her teeth. I gotta be careful. I make people mad real easy if I say the wrong thing. It's all in fun. Nobody's trying to be mean or nothing. Just want to have fun. Get through life with a smile on your face. Let me see. Yeah, there's some rides going on here. the Memorial Day rides, that'll be, now there's gonna be a lot of stuff out. The weather's not gonna be bad here either. Gonna be some rain tonight, and the temperature is gonna drop tomorrow, and instead of being up in the mid-80s, I think it's, high of like 79 or 79 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. It's, in fact, I can tell you in just a moment. Um, oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be warmed. Okay, tomorrow it's only gonna be a high of 74 degrees. See, I told you the rain tonight, it's gonna be cool tomorrow, 74 degrees, but all sunshine. And then it's gonna be 80s the rest of the all the way through till, it shows here all the way to next Thursday. The lowest temperature is gonna be like 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so, pollen count, very high. Oh, yeah. You can see the predict here's I'm gonna show you, if y'all can see this, what they predicting for this coming next week, starting next week. The capital, look over there, look at Gainesville, Jacksonville, look at old Florida. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be on fire. The whole Southeast. But look at right there at Birmingham. See, it's starting at a little bit of light yellow. I live right on that convergent line, just above Birmingham. So, but it's gonna be smoking. My God. All the way across. Oh, wait, look at it. The orange goes way up into Illinois. I can see it over there up in North Carolina. It's gonna be. We're gonna know summer's arriving soon. I've slowed down on drawing that gun. Let me tell you about jumping the gun. Connie's husband, he was with me, and we were in the town of Renton, Washington. And we're going along, and I'm on the inside. There's 4 lanes moving, 2 that way and 2 this way. And I was on the outside lane. I needed to get in, so I needed to make a turn. So I looked back and got the car's attention. And I stuck my hand out, let him know I was wanting to get over there. And he nodded his head, yes. So I pulled over there. And then we started going up through there. Well, the guy ran up on me, like got mad because I was in front of him, and he gave me the okay to get over. So I give him the, "Hello, you're number 1." And he pointed at me like this, like, "Pull it over and say that to me to my face." I thought, "Well, hell yeah, I'll say it to you." Back in them days, we thought we Billy Badass, man. So me and old John Paul String, her husband, uh we thought we was 2 badass dudes there, man. Hey, we'll get out here, we'll whoop the guy's ass and get back in the car and we'll laugh all the way through town. Pulled that thing over and I jumped out of that car. And when I come around the corner, we was on a side street. When I come around, oh Lord, there stood a Renton police officer. See, all I could see was his little old little old head above the steering wheel there. That fool had a complete combat gear on, all of his, he had everything. And he said, "What'd you say to me, boy?" I said, "See, a secret of surviving," and I already knew I stepped in. My mama used to say, "Don't ever shit in your nest," That wouldn't be a good thing to do. And we realized, John and I realized at that moment we had already shit in our nest. 'Cause that gentleman with the gun on his side there, he was going to teach us a lesson. And so we, parted on good terms. So I learned about being hasty, jumping the gun, if you will, but you learn stuff. It just life itself will teach you. Life's lessons, man, some of them can be tough. And there is Adventures of Key Key, I hope you don't mind. I sent, Miss Brainy, I sent her that Robo Mac. I created that one yesterday, Robo Mac, because she really liked the mushroom and she liked the mushroom and the, Kraken having a go at it, because I think she recognized that mushroom as being, your mushroom. I'm gonna tell you what, Sick, your stupidity shows up real fast. Sometimes that stupidity comes home to roost real quick, like when we stepped out of the car and that guy was a cop. We go, "Whoa," now that makes it a different story altogether. No matter how much in the wrong he was, at that moment, he was totally right. Seemed like a really, and I saw her yesterday off and on when my internet would allow me to be on. Robo Mac. After the smoke cleared, old Robo Mac was still a going. You get that kind of spam, that'll last for a while. Hello, Thomas Bailey. Terminator Terminator Mac. Boy, if she was anything like my little Mexican woman, me and Melba, we were like Pancho and Cisco. I was, 6'2", well, almost 6'2", and she was 4'9" or 4'8" or whatever. A little bitty, one of them little Mexican women. Oh, oh, I'm gonna tell you what though, she wasn't little. She was big everywhere else. I mean, a great big old attitude, but oh, she was a lovely woman. She turned out to be a really beautiful older woman. As years went by, I saw some recent pictures of her, but unfortunately, as time goes by, I believe she's expired. Um, I believe she expired a few years back there, but she really matured into a beautiful, beautiful woman. I hope I helped with that maturity. Anybody that knows me can tell you that we lived here in this house right here for 15 years and no air conditioning. 15 years. And now, and the only reason I did this, and if you ever talk with my buddy Joe, he will tell you, he whined and complained about it being so damn hot over here at my house that I bought an air conditioning unit over there. It's sitting over there in the window, 14,000 BTU. Um, it's a good brand. It's really a good brand for him. So he'd be comfortable because, these kids, they sweat and it hurts them. It's something about and it hurts them or something or there. So, one time he came over here and it was he was over here at 9 o'clock at night. We was drinking beer and I had a big weather station. You know why I don't have the weather station now? The tornado took my weather station down. I mean, blowed it all away. But I had a weather station, and we were sitting here drinking right here where I'm sitting right now, 109 degrees inside the house, right here, right here, 109 degrees. And you're going to ask Joe. And here comes, oh, she's got medicine. She's not fully dressed, so she can't get on the camera. Don't come over here with all that stuff hanging out. For God's sakes, girl. Whoa, I wish you put some clothes on. That's embarrassing. Vitamins I must take. Yeah, if Joe comes over, you guys ask Joe how hot it was sitting here drinking beer. And the boy he had sweat coming out of his sweat. I mean, it was horrible. His little old face turned red looking, and there was stuff dripping out all over him. I told him he's gonna have to get a little bit better brand of beer because, anytime a person sweats like that, they're drinking the wrong beer. Let me swallow my pills here. Gone. Oh, Thomas Bailey said, "Hello, Angela. Say hello to the gang."
Hey, gang.
Now, okay. Poor old Joe. Joe, I tell you, everybody needs a buddy like Joe. He come over here and he had no idea. Inside my head, there was a scheme to make a video. And I said, "You want to make a video, Joe?" And he said, "Sure. What do you want to do?" You notice in the video, I kept pointing down. I put a rock down on the ground, so this is the place we got to stand to stay within the range of the camera. Well, he would forget, and I'd have to lure him back over to the center of the stage to keep him on track. But he will do anything. I got chastised. That lady up in Connecticut, a really nice lady. She lives in Upper New York. She said, "Mr. Mack, I like you and everything, but you should have not have let that boy leave there as drunk as he was." She said he was smoking dope and drinking whiskey. And she said, "You let him go out there on the road like that?" I explained to her it was a skit. Now, I had other people really got angry at me because we were using some language. Yeah, that's what drunk people do. When you're drunk, you're not responsible. Well, if you do something right, it's going to have a level of possibility or believability. And knowing him, oh yeah, we've cleaned a few ditches out too. I had a relative, a brother-in-law that got himself in trouble, and he went away to a penitentiary, and he had been gone for 12 years. He did some federal stuff and got him a 12-year sentence. Well, he had I think he had more of the time than that, but he only had to serve 12. And he come home, and I know he hasn't had a drink in 12 years. And he was a heavy drinker. When him and I when he left, we were drinking and having a good time. We were bikers. We were bikers back in the biker days when it was a little bit rowdy, back in them days. And so I took him to a bar, and we had between the two of us 24 drinks, bar drinks, and we were pretty well loaded. And I had at the time a Plymouth Fury that had a kind of not a rare engine, but an exceptional engine, a 361 cubic inch, what they call the Golden Commando cross ram 2 4-barrel engine in the thing. It was awesome, fast. So we took off out of the bar, and when you're drunk like that, I mean, I should not have been in drunk just with 12 drinks, but I was. But when we took off and we were heading over to where his parents were, he had to stay with his parents for a while till he completed some kind of a state requirement, a government requirement. We were going down this road over by Chowchilla, California, probably 120, 130 miles per hour on a dirt road. And all of a sudden, the road made a left hand turn. And so, oh yeah, we went up that ditch and we didn't tear anything up, but it was a wild ride. He will never forget that day he come home. Oh yeah, just think about all the people. think of think of all the possibility of the people you could have hurt while intoxicated. I'm glad those days are over myself. I'm living a good life. I don't go prowling around in bars and stuff like that. I'm an adult. If I want to have a drink, I will. And and if a company comes over and they want to have some, I always keep a well stocked bar. Always, in fact, every once in a while, my buddy Joe will call me and say, you got any tequila? I go, hell yeah, I got some tequila. He said, you got an extra bottle of tequila? It was after hours. He couldn't go get one. He wanted to celebrate with his wife. I said, yeah, come over and get it. And he'd come over. I always keep it on hand. I always keep gasoline out there because I know his story is it's always its wife don't ever put gas in the car. And a lot of you guys know that story to be true. Sometimes the women will drive them until they think enough, and the guys always end up having to go pump the gas in them. Old Joe would come over limping on one cylinder. That old that little old four-cylinder Honda would be coming in just wheezing, just all dried out, needing a drink of gas. Hey, Mr. VYZUEN, sir. Good morning. I'm not very good with names. I really struggle. But I'm hoping you're well. And there's James Coates. Yeah, I recognize that name. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming over and spending some time with me today. Let me see. See, the problem being is with some names, like the V could be like W, and the Y could be like C. Like in Spanish, you the the numbers mean a little something different than our English alphabet, and I don't know how you would say it, Visoin, Y-V, I don't know if it starts off with a V, Visoin, boy, and well, anyhow, it's a beautiful name. Your mama loved you, and that's the only thing that's important. I like it, Motorbomb. VYC. Oh, Steve, you and I, we go back a long ways. Steve and Drones, we go back a long ways. We were a member of a flying club, the Unique guys. Unique is a corporation. Uneek, Unique. Um, we fly a drone. He's still flying drones. Um, I gave mine up because we were doing so many things. I couldn't when we was biking out across the country, I couldn't take the drone with me in most places, and there's so many places here that they won't allow you to fly a drone. No state parks or federal parks or stuff like that.